We are live.
Let us know. Oh, buddy, what is going on, ladies and gents? Good morning.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Damn.
I
Bro,
literally thought he was gonna pause it there.
I think we have
Yeah,
to have enough humility and be humble enough to say what we're about to say about Mr. Nolan.
definitely.
That
Who
And
wants
we,
to
which
say
we
it
all saw the
first?
movie,
Who
right?
wants to say it first?
I
that
think
we
you should, bro.
we were absolutely correct about our
We, we predicted everything accurately.
yeah.
We
No,
did
look,
it right.
I will say we did say at the end of the day it's Nolan, right?
Good.
We did say that the movie itself is not necessarily the story. At least I did, and I think we discussed it off camera as well. I don't think we thought the movie itself would be like directing wise and cinematography wise would be off, right? I think
Right.
it was more of just a comment as to fictional historical accuracy, right? Because let's face it, the Odyssey is a book of fiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, written by Homer. You know, it's really an interpretation of back then of a mix of history, mythology. You know, the Battle of Troy is not necessarily 100%
Hey,
accurate,
shut up.
right? Nor is
Quiet.
the king of Ithaca,
Mm-hmm.
Mister Odysseus or Agamemnon, even, right? There's some historical um, traces of it, right? Like there was a great city with great walls. There were certain battles there, but you know, as far as the labeling that we've done, the Battle of Troy, etc., that's just storytelling.
Right.
Achilles, you name it. But back to the movie. It's the
You
reason
know,
why we mentioned that is because obviously you have creative leeway, right, to do certain things. And I think Nolan saw this as a perfect opportunity of, you know what, this is completely fiction. I mean, he's done it with Batman, right? I get it, but I'm saying like this is at a scale of historical context to be able to also include certain fiction aspects and be considered for what is that, a global the award, the
Yeah.
Academy Awards.
Yeah. Because
golden.
is it Golden Globes?
I think so.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
bro. This movie fucking better win everything. Cause damn.
Yes, dude, it has to.
because yeah, because going back, apparently they have to meet certain requirements, right? Certain requirements to even enter the fucking Academy
You
Awards.
gotta be gay. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
You have to that
That's what they basically said.
pretty much that you have
You
to
got to be
allow
can
certain,
colored.
yeah, to have given screen time.
Yeah.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong, right? Like, obviously, who are we alluding to? Elliot Page and Lupita
Nyong'o.
Nyong'o. There you go. Um,
Which, by the way, we have nothing against, guys, at
yeah,
all.
exactly. Like, I want to make that very clear. Just because we are critiquing doesn't necessarily mean that we're fucking racist or anything like that or homophobic. But at the end of the day, come on, right? Like, number one, unless you were like castrated, which was a form of torture, by the way, back then, right? You weren't
Not
necessarily going
anymore.
to.
I'm not wrong.
No, bro. Now it's willingly. I want to be castrated. Like,
Yeah.
think
Yes.
about that shit. Mm. But you weren't having 4'8" individuals on an army, let alone as scout boys left behind for a critical mission, informing them that it was a gift for Athena.
Mhm.
Like, how critical is that shit, man? Right? Now, at the same time, I mean, she didn't do a bad job, right? I think that the acting was good. I think that she sold it. I also think that when she was in Hades, she did a pretty good job of drinking of the blood of the goat, the sacrifice, and foretelling the suitors. And oh, by the way, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I'm
I
glad
mean,
Jesse.
I mean, you're still speaking in pretty general, so I mean, nothing specific,
yeah,
so but yeah, spoiler alert. At this point, we're gonna go into detail about it. Uh, but yeah, dude, because if you look at the actual story, I mean, it doesn't really talk about the perspective of the wife, right, Penelope,
right.
or even the son. It's mainly focused on Odysseus and what he's experiencing during his travels, right? So I mean, I did like Nolan's take on it, right? Like how it's not necessarily linear. It's kind of like back and forth, back and forth. Like this whole time, it starts off when he's like fucking kidnapped, right, by Calypso, and then he's kind of taken aback of the memory coming back to him. So obviously, Nolan's done it in a bunch of movies, right? The
Fucking
timeline
amazing,
aspect.
bro.
Yeah, dude. So it didn't necessarily feel like you're lost, right? Like he did it in a way there where he took you back and he showed little clips of like, oh, remember this? We brought this up, right? So that was the cool part.
Big time, dude. I was telling Dom that Marty saw me geeking out
Yeah,
We're
because
leaving. We're leaving the the fucking movie. We're walking out, bro. Like it's like I don't know why, bro, but and you guys, I don't know why. I'm fucking weird for thinking like this, but I feel like every time a movie ends and you're leaving the theater, it's like the universal walk of shame or some shit. Everybody's like, and it's starting to
Universal
walk
Walk of
out. Nobody's making eye contact with each other. Everybody's trying to get out and
Yeah, no
whatever. That's
shit.
not the
That's a
main
good
message,
point.
right? But Mike's getting out, like, bro, oh my god, bro, man. But let's really pay
Shut the
attention to one thing that was spread out across the whole movie.
yeah,
Time. And I started laughing. And he can bring it up verbatim. I'm just going off of memory. And then I
yeah.
just started laughing. Like, you're a fucking nerd, bro.
No, let's direct our
And I
sequence
was
here,
like,
bro. So what we're doing is we're
yeah,
giving
yeah,
your
go.
perspective. We're giving your perspective of my take. But that
So,
was
Yeah,
yeah, but it's cool because that's the first thing that I thought about too, right? I was like, fuck, like that's Nolan's little touch right there, how he
yeah.
poured into the timeline. So yes, Marty, it's time.
I agree too. Yes.
bro. It's what's
No,
consistent
I mean
throughout
I
all
don't
his
disagree.
movies.
Like
Think about it.
I
Look,
I
watch.
just
Check
find
this
it
out.
I find it entertaining how you guys nerd out about it. You know what I mean?
Check
And
this out,
I
bro.
nerd out about it too, but not really. But like, yes, I agree with you guys. You
Quick
guys are fucking
examples.
right. Like
Quick examples.
crazy.
Quick
All right, go ahead.
examples. Three movies. Interstellar. Right? How he does it when they're in the warp, in the wormhole. How the hand is going. Obviously, when Christopher, sorry, when Matthew McConaughey's character is in the what do you call that?
And the
The
the the,
Tesseract.
the sister egg, yeah.
When he's in the Tesseract, reaching in, right? Like that's a time uh, sort of issue going on there, right? I don't know the fucking verbiage, but that's the time loop that we're getting at, the timelines, right? Like they're overlapping. That's Interstellars. There's a bunch more to it, but that's just a quick example. Batman, the child of Zagul, or what is it called? I forgot the
Oh,
fucking
Raza Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. There you go. Towards the end, when it's like, how did you escape, right, or whatever, and it shows that it's her, and it also shows him escaping, right, but he's already fast forward to how he got his back stronger, you name it. It all ties together. It's very memory like, right? And then now you've got the Odyssey, which you said it perfectly, Johnny. Which is with he's with Calypso. He's eating the lotus flower, which is basically keeps him hypnotized, for layman's terms, right, and makes him
Mhm.
forget everything in the past, so that he stays Calypso's sort of slave, you could say.
Sex slave.
Uh,
Sex
yeah,
slave.
man. Yeah, man, because that's how it pretty much is in
Mhm.
the
Right.
fucking book. Hmm.
Yeah, so
Wild,
there's
right?
the other ones too. The other movies that he directed that have to deal a lot with that is Memento's the older one. Yeah, that one's Have you seen that one,
I don't
Mo?
think
That
I've
was a
seen all that
trip,
movie.
man.
Oh yeah,
Let
that
me
one's a
see. Maybe I have the Memento.
Memento.
Memento. Yeah, so when I first saw that movie, I had to find I found a YouTube video. So that movie basically played him backwards, bro. It's crazy. So I found
Yeah.
a YouTube video that actually like flips it for you, so you can watch the movie like that. I was like, fuck, like so
Marty, it's
I
a
had to
mind fuck, bro.
yeah.
I
It
mean
is.
that movie existing in of itself is like an infinite loop.
Hmm.
Says a
Fucking
former
weird.
insurance investigator who now suffers from antegrated
Share your screen,
amnesia
bro.
uses.
Fuck.
I'm just reading notes, bro. That's it. But I'll share it.
No,
Let
it's
me
okay.
see.
It's okay. Read it, bro. I want us to be the center of this because I'm gonna get some clips from
Yeah, yeah. I don't
this.
want.
I'm gonna get some clips from this
Yeah.
for.
Well, so it's a former insurance investigator who now suffers from what is it? Anterograde amnesia. Uses notes and tattoos to hunt down his wife's
Right.
murderer. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Damn.
That's exactly what it's about. But you gotta watch it. You gotta fucking
And there's
watch it.
I never.
yeah, there's huge plot twists to it because again he has amnesia, so the idea behind it is that um he got hit in the head and he's only able to remember like like a certain point of time. It's kind of like the 10-second Tom from 51st Dates, right? Like he can remember up until like a couple of hours, and then he just forgets and goes back to a certain point in time, bro. So
Damn.
yeah, dude.
Oh,
So
the wife is the girl from The Matrix.
oh yeah,
Carrie.
yeah.
Morning, son.
Trinity, yeah. Carrie Ann Moss.
Wait, wait.
What's
That's
up,
crazy. What's up,
Mikey?
Mike?
Say good morning,
Good
Mikey.
morning.
He's
You
playing
gonna
with the
make me
little
some
Gohan
pancakes
on
or
my
what?
screen. Like he likes playing with the little
You gonna
Gohan
make
on
me
my
some
screen.
pancakes or what, dude?
He
It
can't hear
does.
you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, tell him for me, bro. Ask him if he's gonna make me some
Mikey,
pancakes.
Uncle Maudie said if you're gonna make him some pancakes.
Why
Yeah.
not, dude?
He said,
I
"Why
thought you
not?"
loved me, man.
He said he thought you loved him.
Oh,
So
Oh,
we can
God.
play video games and make pancakes.
Yeah, almost. I'll show you right now. Okay, go get your Switch. Go play. I'll be right there. I love you. And then Mo or Johnny, who's talking? Sorry.
but yeah, that's a badass movie, man. And the timeline's all fucked up in the sense that you know, like you're seeing it from his actual perspective, but so that's a really good one. That's definitely a good one. The other one is what is it called? The one with Denzel's son.
Tenet.
Oh,
Ten.
Tenet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never got to finish watching that movie. I only watched like I want to say 30 minutes, and afterwards I was like, I I'm out. My hell. Is that one of the worst movies or what?
Nah, you know,
No.
the,
It just
like
didn't get
it's just
the praise, I guess.
Denzel's son doesn't
Did you guys
have the
like it?
Denzel effect. That's all
Yeah.
it is, man. Denzel could pull off any fucking role, dude. Like, from the what was that? The submarine movie about the nuclear with what's his name? Um, that actor that died of hantavirus. It's about the nuclear
No
codes.
idea.
Uh, I just forgot. It's like a '90s movie, '98, I think. I don't remember.
I'm not
But
sure.
his
Let me see what
range.
that is.
There you go, Crimson
Crimson.
Tide. From that to fucking Training Day. Like, look at that
Yeah.
range, dude. Fuck you, Mo. He was tripping out about the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but have you had that fucking accent, bro? Fuck.
Oh man, that'd be amazing, bro.
You gotta go.
But I mean, well,
You
okay,
gotta be ready to
I guess
bounce.
Yeah.
I didn't ask the question though. How did you guys feel about the Tenant? You feel it was a great movie?
I think it was a good movie.
I think it was
It-
definitely an original like concept. So yeah, like it.
Yeah, because again, what does it deal with?
Right.
Like, what does
Time.
it deal with? Time. It's the idea that there's a timeline backwards and forwards. That's a constant, right? And you got to get it just right. If not, you're gonna miss it. So there's timing no matter what. There's not a time travel. You get to go back and do it again. No, you got to be right at the right moment at the time that's going back and also the time going forward. And that's what made it super
You know what
critical.
piece?
Yeah,
You know
that's a
what
good.
does? You know what accomplishes that
All right, Johnny.
amazingly? You know what accomplishes that amazingly?
What, bro?
What?
The Bible.
Mm.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
Const- Constantly.
Yeah, man. I mean, Jesus came here. He fulfilled all the prophecies. He wasn't here to override the Old Testament, but to fulfill it. All the prophecies through Proverbs, you name it. You know, I see this.
Yeah.
I saw this badass clip where they're like, the Old Testament doesn't talk about the Son of God, and the guy's like, "Oh, really? It doesn't?" And I think he points to Proverbs chapter 34, verse 13, something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. Um, and the guy starts reading the verse, and he starts talking about everything. Like it's basically describing Jesus, and then it says, "Who is the Son of God?" Like it says it verbatim right there, and the guy goes, "Boom!" Right? And then I was reading the comments, and they're like, "Yeah, the guy that was questioning ended up becoming a Christian. Like he ended
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
converting."
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
So
Was
it's
that
funny, man,
true?
because I
Yeah.
want to use that as a second topic because I saw a podcast from PPD that he had a guest on and very similar. He was an atheist and then he converted because he started doing research. But I like to save them for the next topic that we can go more into detail. So
Yeah,
keep that note there because
yeah,
that's
Mouty.
good.
We gotta get a little bit. We gotta go a little bit more on Odyssey, bro. What was your take? Like, and we're still gonna do more takes, but you still haven't given one yet.
Um. Well, for me, bro, like yeah, it was time, bro. Time. Like it went like this, you know. Instead of like that,
No,
it
bro.
went like.
Just from your perspective, man.
No,
Give it
no.
raw. You're
I,
all about
I,
giving it raw.
hey,
Let me ask you, Mike.
no,
All right,
I'm fucking with you guys. All right. I
let me
really liked it, bro. I think it
Guide
was a
him, Johnny.
great
Guide him.
movie. I
because
think, I
did you
think
know
he did. Sorry,
did
tell
you
me.
know
Ask me.
did you know most of the like story before watching it? Because I know we had kind of talked about. So you're familiar with what was going on, but I mean, did you know most of the story like going in there?
Well, it wasn't until we spoke about it some weeks ago
Right.
together that I got more familiar with it, and so I kind of already knew the story now. But prior to our conversations, I never cared, nor not that I didn't care for it. I just, well, yeah, I guess that's what it
Some
was.
strong
I
words,
just never
bro.
cared
Yeah.
for it. I didn't care for it. You know, I mean, one, it's not part of my everyday uh, belief or
Right.
religion. So all I normally captivate myself in now is just any stories of Christianity, right? So I never, even in high school and at the university, meaning continuing education level, nobody ever continued to bring that as a part of the curriculum in any of the curriculums I was in. So I said, "Ah, okay, well, so never. I know the stories are cool.
Right.
I think they're freaking cool stories. I mean, shoot, Jackie's even like, man, I want to buy the books and continue to explore that some more. And I agree, like they're very entertaining. They're cool, but as far as the movie itself, though, I liked it. I think he did an amazing job putting it together. I was a little worried about it being woke,
Yeah.
but I think I appreciated it now more that he stuck to the rules of whatever the filmmaking industry is requiring and still stay true to the way he perfects his craft and what makes him different. Because I after watching the movie, I told myself like, why did he still follow rules and by diversifying the cast as opposed to just sticking true to what everybody knows it, I guess, as original casts and who should be casted as what and all this stuff, right? But if you really look at it, I think he said, "Oh, I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and follow the rules. We don't know what his beliefs are, right? We
Right.
don't. I don't. Those that maybe do have an actual conversation with him at personal levels, he might say, "Yeah, I'm totally for it," or he might even say, I don't fucking agree with it, but fuck it. I'm doing this so that my name can be known as I'm number fucking one, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna beat them. I'm gonna beat everybody with their own rules. They're gonna put this bullshit on here. Okay, cool. I'll fucking beat it and I'll still be up there, right? So the fact that he didn't shy away from having to do some of the things that he incorporated and still made it as great as he did on a management perspective, that's where I appreciate it some more. I love the movie a lot, but the way I think what I appreciated was after seeing the film, understanding that having the responsibility to bring all of that together and create something great is at a fucking other level. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
having to get those high level actors in there to all work with each other. From what I understand, since he filmed it with IMAX gear, I mean the most you can record or capture all at once is always in 3 minute intervals, nothing more than that. You can only record for 3 minutes and then bam, cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Having
it
to do that
overheats.
every fucking time, yeah, it's fucking crazy. So that's where I appreciate it more. I think because I have more management responsibilities now, I just kept thinking like, damn, like this is so fucking good for him to be able to create something like this and manage so many groups of people that are involved in this to make his vision come to life. I That's the way I appreciated it more
Yeah. So it's more
from
from the
that.
production aspect. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I appreciate it more. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. I think everything you guys are bringing up, and I'm just fucking with you guys talking about time, and I completely agree. All the elements that you guys are bringing up is fucking true. I don't disagree with any of that. I mean, those are the type of movies I appreciate. What's funny is that after like yesterday, Jackie and I, after we last visited you, Johnny, because you were our last stop at Cobblestone yesterday, right before we headed out, we head home.
Yeah.
Maybe it's about 7, and we're thinking about dinner, what we're gonna get, which we ate Dave's hot chicken, fucking
Oof.
good. But ate that, and we're like, what movie do we watch? And we're like, we don't know. And she's like, fuck, man, I hate this. She's like, now I don't look at any movie the same. They all got to be great. Like, like I'm here, and I'm like, why are we watching this? And I'm like, yeah, because once you experience greatness, it's hard to take anything less. The
Raises the
standard has been
standard.
changed. Yeah, yeah. The standard has been changed, and it said I get it. So we got caught instead of said let's just look for a series. So we came across a series on Netflix called Something Bad Is Happening or Coming or some shit like that. I'm not sure if you've heard of that. Apparently, it's actually really good. But yeah, movie's great. All the elements that you guys are bringing up, fucking amazing. But me personally, what I appreciated the most was being able to recognize greatness but appreciate knowing that, man, this took a lot of fucking communication, which we know is a big problem amongst organizations, groups. Anytime something is trying to be delivered, that's great. Real vision, real competency, patience, uh, confidence, leadership. Because I'm sure, like with any great movie he's ever done, there's been nothing but fucking naysayers and doubt all the time around. And he said, "Fuck all that noise. I'm gonna get this done no matter what." Amazing problem solving. I'm sure he
For
has,
sure.
but that's my take. I appreciated it. I think in a different way than which maybe you guys appreciate it that way too, right? But that
I
was
think what
my
you
highlight.
appreciated was how it came about, uh,
Yep,
and how he
yep.
saw it through.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's a
that's what really stuck out to me the most because I agree the movie was fucking amazing. Like I would watch it again. I would.
yeah.
Yeah, I would watch it again too, man.
There's a series called The Offer, and I think y'all have seen it, right? The Offer with that's supposed to be about the making of The Godfather, the movie The Godfather.
I haven't seen it.
Uh,
Okay, I
it's
haven't seen it either.
also so that's fucking perfect, bro. Like that's a really good movie because it talks about the production aspect. So Miles Teller is the Andy Rudy, that's his name. He's the guy that kind of came up with the concept, right, of putting this movie together. Because he found the book, right? Mario Puzo's The Godfather. So he was like, "Fuck it, let's turn that into the movie." So it's I think one season it goes into how he makes it, but it's cool, bro, because like it's all that, bro. The management. All right, we need to get these things done to make the movie. So definitely watch that one, dude. It's
Oh
badass.
shit.
Miles Teller. Miles Teller.
I
But
want
yeah,
to
bro. I
check it
mean,
out, bro. Check it
you
out.
know, because I really didn't. I really didn't. I in the beginning I thought about that. I was like, okay, like let's see what Nolan does, right? Because that was the initial thought. Like, okay, let's hope he don't fuck this up, right? But then I really just started going back to the story. So I know there in the movie there's a lot of different parts that weren't added, right? Because he made it like this. He's made a lot of stops throughout that journey, a lot of them. Um, but obviously because of time, right? The movie, like he had to chop it up. But one thing that really stuck out was how real he is, right? How grounded, like, because the idea of the gods, right? There's a whole bunch of gods that are manipulating his journey, but it's just, they're not there. They're not physically there. They're just like, their idea of the god, like the god, the Zeus, right? The thunder, and then Poseidon, the sea. But I guess it was cool how even though they weren't there physically, right? The gods, like people were still, or the way he portrayed it was still like fuck, like you feel them even though right you don't see
Yeah,
them.
the influence.
Yep. Yep. Oh
So and
yeah,
that's just going back to Nolan, how he's able to do that. He's able to
Yeah, dude.
make you
Like,
feel.
holy shit. Yeah, you're right. Like, I thought it was interesting, right? How correct. Like the power of the gods. The one time, well, not the one time, but when they really start to show, like, oh, there is some credibility to give to that in the movie perspective, right? Like how the gods are in play was the big ass whirlpool, the creature in the cavern, right? Like that they're
Mhm.
passing through. And then the fucking, I would say one of the best parts of the movie because of the way how well it was done was when they're on the island with the witch.
Oh yeah, Cersei.
Dude,
damn, bro,
that
that
was
one was crazy.
fucking legit, man. Like the
Yeah,
actors did
I'm like,
badass showing
damn.
like how it's affecting them. And then this fucking woman, like the way she's like, it's just like making you feel
yeah,
like, oh shit. Like their faces and
Yeah,
everything. And then the lines, right? I only made them what they already are, right? The
pigs.
pigs. And it's true, right? Like you have, and then you have Matt Damon's character, obviously Odysseus, who's having to go and save his men in a position that he put him in, right? But he's having to go and save his men, and he's level headed, right? He uses his manipulativeness, I would say, right? But he uses his clever and wit to flip it on this witch. He sees everything that she's doing. He grabs the crow, right, or the raven, whatever it is, and his sister and says, "Look, they just want to go home," right? And he's basically telling this woman they're doing what I'm telling them to do, right? Like they're out here, they just want to go home. They're very simple minded, right? They're not here to do anything, to abuse you, whatever they try to imply, right? I don't know what it says specifically in the book, like her experience, but the way they made it seem was like she was sexually abused or abused at some level, right? And that's why she does this to these men, which was shown by all the armor and everything that the guys saw in the back, but yet they still fucking do it anyway, right? So that's why it's like you see these guys that it's black and white to them. They're just like, "Whoa, Odysseus told us to come over here, whatever," or we're just looking for food. That's it, right? They're not necessarily thinking and analyzing like what Odysseus did. And that's the reason why I really like that scene is because it shows how he analyzed, how he dissected what's going on in the environment. And it all started when he killed the deer and it turned out to be a guy. Right. And then he
yeah,
started kind of putting all the pieces together and he's like, shit, my men are gonna be turned into fucking like he
yeah.
fucking do. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That was the crazy
Yep.
part to me. But just the eerie way that Nolan brought it to life, right? And then how they got transformed back from from the pigs back to being themselves. It was just, I would say, one of the best parts, right? Um, in that movie, I liked it entirely, but I just liked the way it was done.
I'd feel vulnerable as fuck, bro, if I was transformed into an animal and bring it back. I'd be like, oh fuck, like
Yeah. Ah, no shit.
But
No
that's a
shit.
really good point, bro. Because this whole movie, and the whole idea about the Greek mythology is just about your morality, right? Because this whole movie was about Zeus's law, right? And the idea that when you take in a guest, you're supposed to treat them right, right? You're supposed to. It's very similar to kind of like the Ten Commandments, right? Treat thy neighbor as you would want your to be treated.
Dude, yes.
It was all that, and so the thing about like these areas where he's landing, uh, they were all somehow touched by the gods, right? For example, like Cersei and Calypso, like they're just beautiful people that the gods had to influence because they could, right? Um, like it's in Greek mythology, it's well known that these gods would come down and have sex with these beautiful women and then bear their children. So, but with that, the gods will kind of grant them like specific powers and shit like that, kind of like what Cersei had. Um, but then going back to what you were saying, like these guys, like even though they weren't going to mess with her or anything like that, she knew that eventually like they could, right? Which is why she fucked with them.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then it goes back to the story or morality, right? Like yeah, they may not today, but eventually they will. Kind of like with the when they landed on the island of the cows of Ares.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the sun god, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah,
Apollo.
Apollo, yeah. So like eventually, fucking, they did, right? Eventually, they fucking got the cow. So it's just that, just in time, men will show their true nature.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It's
It's
fucking
inevitable.
crazy.
yeah,
Inevitable. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that again. The how it was synonymous. I don't know shit about Zeus's law because it doesn't exist to me. But I was wondering, right? I haven't gone back to like really see how they play with each other. But yes, the biggest things was the takeaways was from the Old Testament, right? And how you know treat thy neighbor as you'd like to be treated, and the washing of the feet was a big one for me.
yeah,
Like that was very interesting, right? Because whether it's the king or the servant, you're or a beggar, you're washing the feet,
right.
right? So, I don't know. I don't know if that was a way for Nolan to tie in how important Zeus's law was to these people. He had to incorporate beliefs that people right now are aware of to show, like, oh, so that's how they see it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because as real as it is for us, which is it's real to me, he had to also show the perspective in the movie of this Zeus's laws that's real to them as Jesus Christ is to you.
Right.
Like that's the
Yeah,
only
that's how
reason why I would
dedicated
see him
they are.
doing that.
That's how dedicated they are to this. That's why it's so important. It's not like, oh, just because normally there's not so much emphasis with other movies of, I guess, Greek mythology on why they practice their practice,
Yeah,
or like how important religion is to them, or why they make certain decisions and why they allow certain things.
right.
And it's just like, I was able to appreciate in that into it's like, yeah, no, I mean, sometimes, like for them, even though it was brought up in Troy, but there was even more emphasis on it for like them bringing in the horse, to
Yeah.
Into Troy. It is for the gods, and then a gift to the gods. You can't destroy it, and then the washing of the feet, and then the reason why all of this was able to happen at the very end was because of Zeus's law when it comes to um, treating strangers, or how you manage unknown people. Bring them in, kind of like the way you saw Tom Holland being brought into the king and sitting next to him while they were having dinner. It was just like, okay, that this is what makes it feel real because it's a custom. Like that's it
Yeah,
was just everything locked in, everything all
yeah, it did.
together. It was just like, damn.
But you know what? Like theme wise takeaway, there was three big things that stuck out to me, which was loyalty, sacrifice, and consequence. Right? Like that. I mean, sacrifice and consequence kind of go with one another. But where I saw that it carried through throughout the movie, it was interesting how Nolan did it. Right? Was Penelope giving uh, Odysseus Athena before the trip even started? So Athena's been with Odysseus throughout the entirety.
Mhm.
They go with the Trojan horse. They cut off the head of Athena. And then at the very end, you're wondering, how did he personify what Athena looks like? And it's because they killed the girl that was Zendaya, right? They chopped her head off. And the way they did it was beautiful, right? They didn't show her head chop off. They showed the Athena chop off. But he started having that guilt from the very beginning of his journey because what his wife gave him to represent, you're coming back to me is the very thing he desecrated. And that's why, to me, it was like an entire consequence. He knew, you know what? I'm going to put myself on a path of peril, basically. Like, I'm going to go a different way because you know what? I did this. And if I follow them, what if it's of consequence to follow them? So I'm just going to take a different route. I'm going to go a different route. But yet, him taking his, and we do this, right? Him leaning to his own understanding created this entire new fuck up where he killed like two-thirds of his crew. And I say he because it was his decisions, the consequence. And then ultimately, what happens is he sacrifices himself, right, by going into the island with Calypso, and he willingly eats of the lotus flower because he knows, you know what, I'm just going to punish myself. He doesn't know what it's doing, but he's like, this is my punishment. This is my punishment. And
Yep.
the gods play in, right? They start going, you know what? Now it's time. You got to let him remember. And the way that it came back was the story, right? That was the
Yeah.
movie. But that's how I interpreted the movie. It's a movie of loyalty, what loyalty does, the sacrifice that it causes, along with the consequence. He was loyal to Agamemnon and Menelaus. He says, if not me, then they're going to go after our son. So it's just an entire movie of loyalty and sacrifice. Think about it. And he does that. Nolan does that in every movie. Interstellar, why did he do it for Murph? He traveled across the fucking galaxy for Murph out of love.
Yeah.
Why did Odysseus do this? Out of his love for Penelope and his son and his kingdom. The rule of three, right? And so it's just amazing storytelling, man. Like when you say, this is how it plays out in my head, right? Like this is how I connect it, and why what a consistent theme that I see. Because as men, what do? We want to sacrifice. Like to men, the true sacrifice is I will give you my life. That's why it's. I mean, women laugh about it, but when men, what do we tell our significant others? I would die for you, right? Like it goes back to what customs we're used to. Men back then used to go to war. We still do, right? But you know what I mean? We would go out and die for our families. And that was our ultimate testament of that's how much I love you. I would lay my life for you. I would give my life for you. Like that's how it all just
Yeah, bro.
plays out to me.
And you're right because like where I really and like I said, I appreciate the film a lot. I love. I think it was a great movie. And the times that I would be captured by it was whenever he was always willing, and I mean Odysseus, right? Where he was always um, willing to sacrifice himself for his men. You know,
Right.
it's okay. And I appreciate that because it wasn't until recently where I've been given some leadership roles, and I felt it. I'm like, damn, like I've been willing to do things like that too. Like he's like, no, I'm willing. I don't care what the gods say. We'll find a way. We're gonna do this. But you realize, and he starts to realize it too, that no matter what he wants to do for his men, he can't force them because they also are in charge of the decisions that they make. And there's,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, one of the things they brought up is a consequence. Like he kept telling them, "Don't do this. This if we do this route, you guys are gonna do this. No, we won't. We won't. We won't." What happens? They still fucking do it. They eat beef they weren't supposed to cut the calf, and they eat it, and guess what? They were all doomed for death now because of that. And it's like you can have true intentions and for your team or for the group that you're in charge of, but you can't always save them because a lot of the times their decisions are their own. You know, as much as you
Right.
want to make the decisions for them, they're not. You can't. And so I appreciate on that level and his automatically wrote for I will sacrifice everything to get my men back to their homes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he, from the very beginning, he was you could tell that that was on his mind because what was he telling? Was it Penelope, right? His
Yeah.
wife. What was he telling his wife? If I don't come back, make sure that you do remarry.
Yeah.
You know, because I guess the whole time in his mind was I might not come back, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to get everybody and my men back. You know, even
Yeah.
if I have to go.
Yeah.
You know, I will put myself last and make others put others before me. But at the end of it all, he was the only one that made it back. Not because he didn't try to get his men or his group back, but because he was the only one willing to do whatever it actually took. You know,
Exactly.
he was not focused on fleshly things. I want to say, or maybe I don't know. Love is love. I mean, then it's a different religion too. So, but yeah, it's just deep, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, man. Like, I'd be very interested to see his storyboard, Christopher Nolan's. Like, I'd want to see how he conceptualizes a raw idea. You know, because it all starts with an idea, right? I mean, in how he's going to tell this story visually. Like, I'd be very interested to see his board. Like, I want to know, how he does it.
Right?
Yeah,
And
man.
like you can
Especially
tell he
because. What? Go ahead.
you can tell like he does a deep dive in whatever he's about to fucking film. Like I'm sure he learned a lot
Oh, the Greek
about back.
mythology.
Yeah, like damn,
Yeah, bro. No, they have to. They have to do all their fucking research.
right?
Um, yeah.
I need scissors.
Which
I'll do it right now, baby. Don't worry. I'll do it right now.
yeah, dude. It was a badass movie. Fucking badass.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Fuck. Wow. Yeah, bro. Check out that series. The Offer. It's fucking dope, dude. It's a really badass one.
About what? Like on
Yeah.
Prime.
On Paramount. That's on Paramount.
I
I
have
think,
I
but I
have
think,
Paramount Prime, so it's
yeah,
cool.
exactly, exactly, yeah.
The offer.
The Offer.
Let's see. Oh, I see it. Oh, dude, look. I don't think you can see here, but I had started it and something
Oh
got me
yeah,
to stop. I think
I
it caught
know.
my attention, and then I forgot to get back to it. So I'm gonna put it on my watch list so I don't
Yeah,
forget.
I remember we talked about it at one point in time, and I remember you were watching it, but yeah, bro,
You handsome son.
it's a badass series. The
Yeah, I'm gonna
cat,
come back. I already played it,
yeah,
so I can watch it later.
yeah, it's badass, dude. It's raw. It's one thing I really like about it. It's fucking raw. The characters are dope too. Um, but yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Odyssey was a masterpiece.
When was the when was the last time you went to the movies, bro? To see a movie?
Uh, that wasn't that long ago. I was at Tinseltown. I can't remember what movie we saw. I think it was a girly movie, but it was Wears Prada for Jack.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 I think the last time I had been
Mo
to
wanted to see
oh
it, bro.
to see Obsessed.
Oh, you saw
Oh,
that
well,
one
yeah,
in
I saw
theaters?
Obsessed too.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one was more recent. Devil Wears Prada or Obsession. I think it was Devil
Obsession.
Wears Prada.
yeah,
Most,
but I
but
it's, I rarely go to the movies, bro. So because when I do, I go for movies like this, bro. Like where like you have to see it in movies that way you appreciate it. You fucking appreciate
Yep.
it. Yeah, because
Yep.
XD it was fucking dope, bro. It was fucking loud. Change the bass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that fucking
Like
Cyclops scream was crazy loud.
Oh yeah, dude. Like you felt weird, right?
I
I
don't know why
know
when I
I've
do
been
that
like
scream,
I've
I
only
have to
been
do
like
the Sylvester.
Bro, when Cyclops popped up, I was like, what the fuck, you big ass baby? Like, the fuck is wrong with you? I want to be like, be a man.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, Poseidon. Or some shit like that. What did he say when he's crying?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
Poseidon.
Like, you big ass baby. How old are you now?
Yeah, man, but that's the simple mindedness, that
Yeah.
that
It's just for
aspect of it,
dummies. Yeah. Hmm.
right?
Yeah, they're retarded. Hey, did you guys see that? Andrew Tate and his brother got arrested again.
I saw
Yes,
that, dude.
Miami,
That's
And then,
crazy, bro.
32 new charges, man, out of UK, sexual assault. Well, baby,
um,
okay, okay. We got church. What time is church again? 10:30, right?
Yeah, Jackie's getting ready already too.
Yeah, I'll go get ready, man.
so
Yeah, they
Mikey's
got.
like,
I think
Mom
they were at
says
like
you
some.
gotta get off now or in a little bit. So if not, you can't go to church.
Andrew
Fight
Andrew and Tristan Tate arrested in Miami on a sealed U.S. warrant linked to a UK investigation. Um,
for extradition for taking him over there.
Yeah, but who knows how long that takes, bro? Extradition can take a while, man.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you're held locally, and then they have to arrange logistically for the transport. I mean, it can take days or even weeks, dude. It's
damn,
fucking
that's
crazy.
crazy. And they can't get out of like
Well,
they
I'm
can't get
sure.
out.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know the standard in the UK, but in the US, the standard for bond is deprivation of liberty, and right because
hmm,
you're presumed innocent. I
Well,
don't
because this
know how
took
the UK has it.
place in Florida.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but they're still arrested pursuant to a warrant out of UK, so they're gonna go by that standard, right? And I don't think there's any like, in other words, the US only
Oh,
obligation was to make the arrest.
even if they're U.S. citizens.
Well, that's where due process comes in, right? Like, as a US citizen, can you deprive that life and liberty of someone subject to a foreign country's warrant?
Can you,
Right,
man?
but they're also dual citizens, right? They're also citizens, I think, of the UK.
Yeah.
Um, that's a very interesting question. I wouldn't know the answer to that. The reason why is because they're not arrested for any breaking of laws in the US. So I don't think that triggers anything like that. But what I will say is if they have any current trials or anything going on here, I don't know what they were here for, right? Like it require it's I don't know the facts. I'm speculating, but strictly off of what I do know, I mean, I don't think the U.S. is violating any of their rights by doing that because, and that's a surface level. All right, I'm sure they might be. I mean, any sort of arrest, it's not an invalid arrest per se on its face because of the warrants, but any
Hmm.
detention, the continued detention that's going on right now is the question, right? Can there be some sort of temporary bond until the extradition happens for now? I think that's the question. Like, until you have the extradition lined up, is it legal to just keep them waiting detained?
All right.
That's the question.
Because the idea is that let's say the UK is trying to extradite you, Mike, right? Um, the US is like, nah, fuck that. We don't extradite our own citizens, right?
Yeah,
And I'm assuming the process is that you face legal consequences because of the fuck up you did over there here, right?
you
To
can.
an extent.
Yeah,
So I'm
it
assuming
just
that's
it comes down to treaties too.
yeah.
Like, I don't know the treaties that the UK has with the US. Obviously, we're in a trade relationship and goes back to this 1800s, right? But I don't know the policy of extradition between the UK and the US.
Hmm.
It's a novel situation to me, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. I'd have to do like you'd have to give me an hour to do a deep dive for me to tell you my analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's good, man. That's an interesting topic. Um,
Yeah, man. Like I hope they get bond here. I think there's a way to push for bond here during the extradition process. Because remember, in the U.S., typically the standard is reasonably assured appearance, right? So when it comes to obtaining bond here, I don't know how it works in the UK, but a sexual assault charge here does not carry a presumption, right? A presumption meaning that at the federal level, when you're looking at bond, you're entitled to it. But if it's a presumption charge, meaning something like a drug conspiracy or whatever, you are now presumed to be a danger to society and presumed to be a flight risk. The flight risk, I think, requires clear and convincing evidence, meaning it's got to be more believable than not that you would leave. The danger to society is a preponderance of evidence, almost the same standard. It's just clear and convincing. It is a little bit easier, a little slightly percentage points to prove, meaning that you have to show clear and convincing evidence that you would not be a flight risk.
mhm,
You have to show a preponderance of evidence that you are not a danger to society. So, how do you do that? Character letters showing I've known this person for X amount of time, they're a good person. That obviously gets away with the danger risk. Flight risk, you got to show, yeah, I travel, but I'm on time. I've had prior proceedings. I've always been there. I don't miss appointments, basically. Like I'm someone that's credible enough to show up. And on top of that, I don't want to be a fugitive. So it's a whole factor based test that the judge weighs, right? They'll weigh how often do you travel? What do you go for? Is it for work or leisure? How much family do you have abroad? What is the likelihood that you would stay and contest this matter? And at the same time, one of the factors is the charge itself, right? Like if you got convicted, what would you be facing? It's presumed innocent, and it's not the entirety of what the court will weigh when it determines bond or detention per se, but it's still a factor they consider. So that's the whole combination of things that go into play to obtain bond. That's in the US though. I don't know about the UK, right?
mhm, right. And shit, and based on all the fucking weird things that they're doing over there, for example, apparently they don't even have freedom of speech. I mean, they do, or they should, but they don't.
Not
It's very,
really.
yeah, it's a lot
Right.
more strict. So I just imagine,
But okay,
yeah, it's about that. Uh,
it's about that time, fellas. We're going to church or what?
Of
Johnny,
course.
you have time this
Gotta
morning to go to
pay.
church or what?
Gotta
we
pay my
do.
dues, man.
All right, let's do it,
Cool,
fellas. Let's
baby.
call it. Let's call it.
Where do y'all usually sit?
So let's say you walk in through the middle, right? Like not on the right side, but like let's say where it doesn't matter where you enter through, but like you're going into the actual main
Yeah,
uh
the auditorium.
service area. Yeah, you walk into the middle, all the cameras are in the middle as soon as you walk in, right? Well, look to your right,
Hmm.
and then you'll see where the benches actually go up.
Yeah.
That's where we go. That's where we're there. You'll see us automatically there.
What time do y'all get there?
Like
Get
around
there like at
10:45.
10:40. Yeah, because I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the praising, the singing is a beautiful thing, but I like more of the scripture
The
going
message.
over. So by like 10:45, that's when it kind of starts. Maybe there'll like be like one more song or two, but we're not like there like a part of like
Disturbing
10,
the
10 songs. Yeah,
Yeah. Right,
yeah.
that's
So
cool.
we'll get there like at 10:45.
Sounds good, bro. So I'll see y'all there.
fuck yeah.
All right,
And
man.
to end the
See you there.
Odysseus note, I think I can speak for every man. Every man wants a Penelope.
Right?
Yep.
17
Yep.
years.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I don't know if anybody did that.
That's right.
Nolan, bro. That's Nolan for you, man. Fuck. I mean, Homer
Yeah.
wrote the Iliad, right? But you know what I mean. Nolan brought it to
Mm.
life. All right, fellas. Everybody, thanks
Yeah.
for the tuning in. Keep stay
And go
tuned.
watch Odyssey XD.
Keep stay tuned.
But I'll see you there.